What's up guys, welcome to the vlog. Today I'm going to talk you through my lower body session, which is the first lower body session of the week. Moving into week 3 now post competition, so the actual volume of my legs training has reduced, so the overall energy expenditure and volume in the sessions has dropped, but the intensity has increased. So what that means basically is the amount of kind of sets and reps that I'm doing has reduced, but the rep ranges have dropped and the weight has increased, so the intensity has gone up. So first exercise of today's session was barbell squats, 3 sets of 6. So towards the end of prep, I actually backed off on barbell squats because I was starting to feel pretty much feeling shit with my squats. Like my form felt off. I wasn't actually feeling the exercise through my quads and glutes. And I felt like I was just moving the weight from A to B. So instead I started doing Smith machine squats, and also a lot more leg press and even some box squats. So reintroducing these full depth barbell squats now. So in today's session I just stuck with 110 kilos for 3 sets of 6. And it actually felt pretty good. I'm going to start wearing my squat shoes again, so I got the Nike Remalios. And looking at these videos, form looks pretty good. I'm staying nice and tight. I don't know if you saw in that second set there, but when I walk in, I really grip the bar tight and pull down on the bar to activate my lats and traps, so that the bar's got something to sit on and I don't feel as much of the load through my spine or through my core. And I'm just focusing on pushing the hips back and driving the knees out on the way up and keeping a neutral pelvis and spine. So I try and keep my chin down. I look at the bottom of the mirror. Moving on to exercise number 2, which was conventional deads. I'm still undecided whether I want to really build up my conventional deads or my sumo deads. In the past I've stuck with sumos, but lately I've been enjoying these conventional, so I might just see how I go, or maybe even rotate them from week to week. But same thing here, was meant to be 3 sets of 6, but I ended up going 3 sets of 5 at 165 kilos today. I only filmed the first and third set, but it all looks pretty good. Form looks nice and tight. The weight was coming off the floor pretty quickly. Tight through the lats. Getting good heel drive into the platform on each rep, and not getting rounding of the lower back or the upper back, which is obviously the main thing with the deads. But as I said, pushed out 3 sets of 5, so next week I'll try and get that 3 sets of 6 with 165 before I increase the weight. That's what it's all about, is progressive overload. So that's the main focus now, is to start building up my strength on these lifts again, starting to increase that lean muscle mass, and we're going to do that with progressive overload. So more sets, reps, weight, improve form over time, and that's the main focus, is really tracking each workout, making sure each week we're getting better. Moving on to exercise number 3, did some static dumbbell lunges. So I find this exercise relatively hard, especially higher volume. So today was 4 sets. We did 12, 10, 8 and 6, increasing the weight each set. I think I went 20s, 22 and a halves, 25s, and then for my set of 6 I did 30s. Could probably increase the weight a little bit next week. I hadn't done this movement for a while, so I wasn't sure on what weight to actually start at. So the first couple of sets were probably a little bit too light, but focusing on keeping the chest up, keeping a neutral pelvis and weight through that front heel to really target the glute. My glutes were on fire at the end of those static lunges. Moving on to a bit of calf work just to break things up. I did that a lot throughout prep. Damo kind of programmed that into my lower body sessions to break up the leg session and give the quads and hamstrings a bit of a rest in between big movements. So on this particular set here, I was doing 3 sets of 8 on the leg press for calf raises, going straight into a drop set for about another 10 reps on each set. So plenty of volume, and I actually did more calf raises at the end of the session, which I didn't film, which was just 3 sets of 20. So higher volume, a little bit lighter weight. Second last exercise, moved on to lying hamstring curls. I'm really trying to nail the form on this exercise, so pushing my hips into the bench, pulling my toes up towards my shins, which basically takes the calves out of the movement. If you're ever fatigued or kind of feeling like you're not using your hammies on lying hamstring curls, it's probably because your calves are taking over. So to restrict that, or to eliminate the calves taking over, pull your toes up towards your shins. So hips are down. As you can see, towards the end of the set, I did kind of speed the reps up a little bit because I was fatiguing. This was the 3rd set that I filmed, but overall hamstrings were feeling really fatigued, and I had an awesome pump from the lying hammy curls, so that's something I'm going to continue to work on. And then finished off the session with 4 sets of 15 to 20 reps on the leg extensions, one of my favourite lower body exercises, getting that squeeze, trying to build up the thickness of the quads. Overall, guys, today was a really good session. I hope you've enjoyed this video and the commentary. I look forward to chatting to you again in the next video.